So you want to get jacked, huh? Well, in this video, I'm going to give you my insights on what I've learned over the past decade or so in my pursuit of achieving maximal jackness. As I sit right now, I'm definitely not in the shape I was for the image that I used in the thumbnail until like the last few months ago. I've been away from the gym grind for a while, and the reasons I'll maybe make another separate video about. But for the 10 years between the two images I used in the thumbnail, I did not have any prolonged time away from the gym. That leads me to the first point that I'll make in this video, which I'm sure you've all heard of before, but as someone who's experienced it firsthand, I must emphasize its importance, and that point is consistency. I'd consider this the key element in you achieving your full potential for muscle building, as you can have all the right tools for the job, a good gym, access to nutritious food, and a comfy bed, but if you dick around and you're not able to stay consistent for more than at least a bare minimum a few months, these things aren't going to mean shit. Infrequent cheats or decisions to not stick to your plan, whether that's for holidays, special events, or vacations, they're not going to derail your progress by any means, as long as you are being consistent for the long run. As for the timeline and what to expect in your pursuit of muscle building, the process of building muscle is brutally slow. You might go months without noticing changes throughout different phases of your training career, and that's another reason why staying consistent is so important. The first year or so, this isn't necessarily the case, as the newbie gains, they'll come rather easy. But once you've got a solid foundation of muscle, putting on that extra muscle mass required to give you the stare effect when people can't help but notice your physique when you're in the gym, getting there is a whole new beast. Years and years and years of consistency is how you get your physique to be that 1% of the 1% to separate yourself from the rest of the physiques in the gym. After a year's worth of consistency, you're likely going to have one of the better physiques in any setting you find yourself in. But regardless of whether you have bodybuilding focused goals or not, comparing your physique to others is something that you want to avoid. Sure, use the old school guys or your favorite influencer as an inspiration, but falling into the cycle of doom scrolling through your fitness social media with a timeline full of literally the best physiques in the world is a great way to feel like shit. Regardless of how you look compared to them, their physiques will not affect the things that you need to be doing on a daily basis to achieve your goals. In fact, it might be doing the opposite, because if you feel like ass because you saw some 15-year-old freak of nature Sarm Goblin with the genetics of Zeus posing in some perfect down lighting to make him look as perfect as possible, you might get discouraged so much that you lose the drive to stay consistent. Instead, you want to compare your physique to your physique only. This also can have its downfalls regarding body dysmorphia, but the point here is to strive to improve upon what you have, as that's all you have on your fitness journey and it's not anybody else's. Everybody's situation is different, and all of our timelines regarding how long it takes for each of us to reach the peak potential for our physiques will vary. And you also likely have no clue what is going on behind the scenes for others, and the time you spend worrying about them is just time wasted. So the biggest things you'll need to do if building as much muscle as possible is on the agenda is to stay consistent and do it for long periods of time. It's not glamorous, it's not pretty, it's just what you need to do. Momentum is very real in this pursuit. The longer you stay consistent, the more momentum that will build and the faster that process will go. Granted, the process will still be slow as shit, but momentum is crucial when you're looking to maximize. The longer you can stay consistent and the more momentum you build, the more likely you are to stay consistent, and then this loop will keep repeating, and after years of this, you'll have made significant progress that others aren't able to achieve. Now, looking at this long and drawn-out process from a big picture point of view can be quite overwhelming, so don't spend much time dwelling on where you're going to be in a decade. Set long-term goals for yourself, but then zoom your focus in on what you could do this month, this week, today, or even right now to take the next step in this wacky pursuit we've decided to take on, known as muscle building. As for the things you need to be consistent with over the years of this process is training in the gym, your nutrition outside of the gym, and recovering, which is primarily done through sleep. If you want a deep dive into these things, head to my website at evolutionaryaesthetics.com, which I'll link in the description below, and download my free Potent Priorities ebook. It lays out 4 things to prioritize: your training, your nutrition, your sleep, and your movement outside of the gym to optimize the muscle building process. It starts with the basics that everyone should be doing, whether you are brand new to the gym or a lifelong bodybuilder, and then it provides frameworks to take things further and further in the pursuit of dotting all your I's and crossing all your T's. You'll also see on my website free workout programs with specific goals for each one. Each program has a corresponding video on this channel for how you'll achieve the goals with the exercises, the sets, and reps you'll be doing in the gym. If you want to follow a program with weekly updates providing you even more info to guide you through the program, subscribe to my weekly newsletter, as every Monday you'll receive an email from me about that program. The next program will be released on April 17th, and the goal for this one is prioritizing your chest development. Drop this video a like, subscribe to this channel for future content to help you on your muscle building pursuit, and we'll see each other in the next video.